Hello Leo, welcome to my channel. I'm your Cosmic Auntie, the interstellar storyteller, and this is going to be your monthly reading. I'm really glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I hope you stick around if you'd like to. My intention with these readings is to be of service in some helpful way, and my hope is that they may come alongside you and assist you in gaining greater clarity in some form or another. That being said, as you pay attention to the messages, always bounce everything off your own intuition, your own inner knowing. You know yourself best, so don't make anything fit. When a message resonates, you'll know, and when it doesn't, you'll also know, okay? All right, so let's get into this. I'm going to introduce the decks. So this is the Modern Spellcasters Tarot, the African Goddess Rising Oracle, and the Dragon Wisdom Oracle. So those are the decks I'll be using today in the reading. I'll have all of that information down below. So I am recording this in February. So happy half birthday to you if you are watching it in this time frame. And it's just like a couple days past the full moon in Leo, so happy full moon. I did a collective reading. I will link it in the description below. If you haven't seen it already and you're feeling interested in watching it, you can find it down there. Very powerful, and I feel like, you know, that energy will, you know, play into what we chat about today. So the visual I received for you, Leo, super interesting. I actually ended up learning quite a bit, so thank you. What it was a visual of panning for gold. And the first part of the visual was kind of a top-down view of like the gold pan being like kind of shaken about with water. And swirled around, and like hand kind of taking out big chunks and kind of taking it into the river. You know, I still don't know a lot about gold panning, but I did get kind of guided to look it up a bit. So that's how it started. It was a kind of a top-down view, and there was little bits and flecks of gold that started to shine through as like the larger parts of the dirt and rocks were released into the river. And then it went to a different viewpoint. I saw the full individual by the river, like they were actually in the river. And it was moving quite quickly, the water, and they were, you know, washing and sifting, and as they found little flecks of gold, they put it in this pouch that was hanging around. Actually, they washed it first in the river. They went like this, and then they put the flakes and little nuggets in a pouch hanging around their neck. So it was like quite a detailed visual, and it gave me really deep, powerful feelings of like soul integration, like soul retrieval, release. There is, you know, the part of panning for gold is like taking parts of the earth, right? Like digging up parts of the earth and dirt and rocks and bedrock, I think is the term, and then taking water to help break it apart, release it, and sift it and break up its density. The gold is heavier than everything else, so it goes down to the bottom. So there's a process of carefully sifting through this, you know, chunks of earth to get to the bottom, and making sure you're not tossing everything out as you get to the gold that's at the bottom. So I feel like there's a lot of powerful processing, release, you know, kind of sifting and breaking up density to get to the gold. So this is really giving me powerful shadow work energy, And you know, like when you think of it energetically, it is very much like panning for gold. Like, yeah. So I just interesting, Leo. That's what came through for the like the visual. So I feel there is just this powerful, yeah, integration of soul into the awareness of self, right? Being tucked into the pouch around the heart space. It's this, and you rule the heart. So there's this true self shining through energy, this intentional quest of discovery of yourself, of the soul, of your soul, and which is, you know, an infinite process. I feel a very beautiful curiosity as well, a determination. So you know, if this is resonating so far, what I feel coming through this time frame whenever it finds you is just, there's powerful, I know I've said that so many times, it's my word for this time, but it's just like really powerful, potent energy of breaking up density and release and integration, right? Nuggets, gems of the soul. Leo, what's coming through? What can the cards reflect? Help us lean into this energy a bit more. Leo. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Swords. I feel very much a powerful energy of standing in one's truth. And what's really cool is, like, look at this King of Cups with his feet tucked into the river. It looked very much similar in my visual. Oh, there's some water here too. There's a river or a pond, you know, stream. All very important when it comes to panning for gold. And look at this massive sword of truth with this Page of Swords. I feel like there's this very brazen standing in one's truth energy, cutting through confusion, to get to the heart of the matter. We've got the Emperor. Wow. Underneath the King of Cups as well, this is reclamation. This is reclaiming who you are, what you love, what you desire. I feel like powerful reclamation of one's feelings, emotions, gifts with the Seven of Cups, spiritual gifts, and like this very cool application of them, embodying them. And the Page of Swords is where I'm getting this sense of curiosity coming through your energy, Leo. This curiosity about how you feel, what interests you, like literally just being very curious about yourself and how you see the world and how you interact with the world. And what's interesting too is with the full moon in Leo reading, It was all about shining a spotlight of awareness on the places that we have shrunk back, that yearn to be seen, but have shrunk back due to conditioning, due to protecting oneself, due to shrinking back for another's comfort. There's so many ways that we shrink back. And I feel that coming through your reading as well, there's this very courageous standing in one's truth and cutting through, again, the confusion to the heart of the matter with the power of the mind, the power of the heart, and with like the river and the flow, this intuitive energy that also comes through the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is also giving me this like really like potent inner child energy. And you also rule the 5th house, which is the house of the inner child. So there's this reclamation of whimsy, of magic, of dreams, and yeah, like my chimes just went, I don't know if you could hear that, but this embodiment of just your originality and like, again, whimsy, that's the word that's really coming through. And like maybe there's been times where there's been, maybe that's an area in which there's some shrinkage back, you know, where your whimsy has been put down in some sense. And I feel that there's this brave reclamation of whimsy, of magic, of like literal soul gifts. Leo, soul gifts. And feeling, there's an energy of feeling more grounded in the life that you are living and creating, and the desires and hopes and wishes and dreams and like all of it, being like integrate, like just owning it. Like there's just, yeah, just getting in the driver's seat. Yeah, whoa. Wow. Speaking of getting in the driver's seat, Ace of Wands. The Chariot. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles. The Sun. The Ace of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune. Dang. It's your time to shine, Leo. Like, I really just, like, feel this energy of, again, really taking the reins and feeling confident in the ways that you want to live your life. I feel this beautiful, again, inner child energy, this sense of curiosity, play, whimsy, magic. This sensitivity is coming through so beautifully. Again, full moon, where have you shrunk back and why? And with that why, think of the pan of gold, taking out the big chunks of rock, swirling it around using water, you know, to break up the density. You know, release, shake. Gold is going to settle down to the bottom, so it's going to be a process. I feel like those of you who are here are incredibly, like, I mean, Leo is incredibly warm-hearted. So the people that are here and resonating with this, I sense that there's certain like shackles of the soul literally being broken, being liberated. There's like powerful cords being cut, and this illumination, this expansion of soul, and how the soul shines through your unique personality. It's like just this, like, I really feel whenever you find this video, there's this energy coming through of remembering who you are and falling deeper in love with who you truly are. Like dropping the masks, dropping that false selves, dropping the conditioning, and that is a process, right? It is a relationship building. We all are socially conditioned. Again, there's places we've shrunk back for other people's comfort. Again, there's a warm-hearted energy here, a bright, beautiful light, and sometimes that can attract energy that wants to try and control that light. And that's the areas I sense are being broken free of. And I feel this liberation. I feel this passion. I feel this motivation, drive, momentum. I feel this incredible abundance and prosperity in what it is that you are building and contributing to the world. I feel this curiosity, this love, this freedom, and the wheel. There's this fresh cycle. Like, it's beautiful energy. There's deep acceptance of who you are. There's such a deep, like, inner awareness of yourself. And I feel like there's just this profound value that you are seeing within yourself of how valuable you are, how incredible you are. You are a strong healer. You are, like, literally such a strong healer in whatever it is that you, and whoever it is that you are, like, you just are, you exude that energy. And with that, I feel like with that, like, value and that awareness of, like, your gifts and your worth, there's also this, like, discernment and protection surrounding that. Like, this discernment and protection of your precious energy. So while there's this bright expansion shining in the truth of your heart and soul, shedding false narratives, outdated emotional patterns, beliefs, programming, other people's projections, shifting through that, sifting through that, and revealing the true nature of your soul. There's this power, protection, and warrior-like energy with the Emperor that's willing to defend your precious energy. I feel like there's this powerful momentum too of ideas and passions and desires that almost like might have been almost too big for other people, and that's not your problem, that's their problem. But reclaiming those and putting those into motion and just experiencing and enjoying. I just keep looking at this Ace of Wands. It's just that that's what is coming through when I look at this card, because it's just this big breath of fresh air. Oh my gosh, it feels so free, Leo. It feels so free, and I'm so happy for you. Continue to liberate yourself, continue to break up the density, and liberate and create room for the soul to shine. And making moves on your ideas, making moves on your passions, your innovate. There's such innovative energy coming through. I feel this could be a time of profound epiphanies, literally underneath the King of Cups, profound epiphanies, really being able to articulate your feelings over this process and be yeah, that's how I feel, and nobody can take away that. This is who I am. And I just feel there's there's nothing holding you back, and anything that is holding you back, you're going laser beam into that area to examine it, shift it, bring your intuition to it, your water energy, to break up the density and get to the gold of the matter, the bottom, right? Get to the bottom of it, tucking in the gems and nuggets and wisdom of the soul into the little pouch around your heart to radiate your truth and awareness into your experience. And again, this is a relationship building. It is a consistent practice. So I feel I just feel there's this deeper awareness of that practice, and perhaps it's becoming easier to do, because the more we do shadow work, right, the more we release, the more we have room to expand, and the more we become aware of ourselves, and the more we become aware of, and with this awareness becomes more discerning boundaries, and the more wisdom we have. So I just feel there's this very masterful shadow work energy. And with shadow work, it's all about bringing that, being curious about what bubbles up from the subconscious, and bringing the light of awareness to it, to transmute it. This is all about alchemy, okay? The Temperance card isn't on the board, but it's giving me temperance energy. just with this expansion, becoming more curious and aware and like masterful of your alchemy, and tuning in to yourself with curiosity. Wow. So let's do some oracle cards. Let's see here. Oops. Leo. Fear. So yeah, where are the places that you have shrunk back out of fear and are longing to step forward into your magic, Avalon, your mystery, your majesty? So these fear places might be the very places that are being panned, right? That are being shifted, that are being yeah, Temple of the Sun, over the Sun card. So it's very much giving me the full moon energy as well, of being like, okay, where have you shrunk back? What are parts of the identity that have been hidden, that have been buried, that have been protected, and are yearning to be heard, yearning to be seen? This is a time where I feel like you are uncovering and rediscovering those areas and bringing them to the forefront and finding this, like, it's not, and experiencing this deeper unity of self. And with the 5th house, like, reclaiming your again, whimsy, your joy. Underneath the Chariot, the Ace of Wands, like, what do you enjoy? And that joy is like giving momentum to the abundance and prosperity and to the things that you are building, the things that you are doing in life. They have acorns on their banner too, and that's like a very lucky kind of abundant symbol. So I feel like there's so much growth in what it is that you're doing, and also so much growth potential. I just feel this openness and this willingness and excitement to learn and experience what life has to offer. Trusting with this process, trusting in yourself to navigate the experiences of your life. And becoming very free. There's such a freedom to your energy, like this bold Leo warmth. With the Ace of Swords here too, I feel that there's this energy of again, owning your truth, speaking your truth, articulating your boundaries while remaining curious and adaptable to, interfacing with whatever it is you're interfacing and learning. So it's like this beautiful kind of balance of being open and adaptable while really getting to know the core truth of your being. And Leo, there is a lot of momentum coming through your reading. So I sense that any kind of projects, initiatives, creations, like work, desires, this could land in so many different ways, but there's a lot of momentum to what it is that you are doing, building, desiring. And with the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune, I sense that there's going to be a lot really manifesting and coming into fruition, continuing to bloom. No planets are retrograde right now. With the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, there's a lot that is moving forward. So this powerful inner work is assisting you in what it is that you're doing. There's a lightness, like maybe this is like showing me like that you have been doing this gold panning, and now there's a whole fresh cycle, and it's time to step forth into that expansive space. I hope that makes sense. I think it only just wanted to give me one card, so let's see here. Fear, eyes and miracles. Wow. So again, I feel like there'll be so much momentum in your work, your finances, your just your desires. Like, honestly, like, there's so much creativity. There's just this energy of really just fully embracing who you are and remembering who you are. And I feel like the universe shining down on you and through you. Like, oh my gosh, how interesting. With the Sun and the Emperor, like, there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of, I keep saying expansion, but that's just what it is. There's just so much expansion. The room that you've created within yourself is going to be filled with so much prosperity. If you've been feeling stuck for a while, like, there's momentum here. I feel so much more confidence in sharing with the world who you truly are, embracing who you truly are, and not shrinking back for other people's comfort, because there's been this like exposure of that and learning through that, and now there's this deep sense of wisdom of that experience. It's time to shine, Leo. It's your time. I love you so much. I hope that this was helpful in some way. If anything resonated with you, leave me a like or a comment. Subscribe to my channel. I'd be happy to have you here so much. I do zodiac readings every month. I do new moon and full moon readings. And there's other kind of ideas that I have kind of up my sleeve at this time, just like you. And I will be implementing and playing around with soon. So if you're interested in any of that, please subscribe, and I wish you the absolute best and send you so much love.